John 7:1. Post haec ambulabat Iesus in Galileam, non enim volebat in Judaeam ambulare, quia quaerebant eum Judaei interficere. After these things, Jesus was walking into Galilee, for he was not wishing to walk into Judea because the Jews were seeking or wanting to kill him or to put him to death. Probably the most noteworthy thing in this verse is our pattern here of imperfect indicative active forms. That might require a little bit of review for you, and we also want to note this particular word as we get there. So first of all, we begin with the formula that we've seen many times, post haec. Haec here are near demonstrative, acting simply as a substantive. After these what? Well, after these neuter plural whatever, after these things, in other words. Jesus, ambulabat, was entering into Galileam, into Galilee. So here we get in plus accusative, motion into. The Greek here underlying our text is a little bit different. We just get en, the preposition en, plus the dative case. These things are happening in these places. I'm not entirely sure why our Latin translator has substituted in plus accusative for the Latin construction, except that that is how he interpreted the Greek text. Not just that Jesus was moving around about in these places, but rather that he was moving about into those places. It's a pretty minor distinction and not something I think that we need to worry about, but it is worth noting. So ambulo, ambulare, that's a first conjugation verb, so we get ambulabat. He was in the process of walking around into Judea for, and then enim gives us the reason. Enim always explains a cause. It's good to remember that it is a post-positive particle, which is to say it's almost never the first word in a sentence. There are a few exceptions, but they're quite rare. So in general, enim might be the second or third word in the sentence. Here, it's the second word in a separate clause. If we imagine there being a division here where I've put our comma. Non enim volebat, for he was not wanting at that time. And again, remember the aspect of the imperfect tense in Latin is that of continuous or ongoing action. He was not wanting, ambulare, to walk around or to go around into Judea. And we're going to get another explanatory word here giving the cause for that particular desire. In the meantime, though, we might want to remind ourselves of this verb. This is an irregular verb. The infinitive is velle, to want or to wish. We recently reviewed the present indicative active, singular and plural, but we'll do it again quickly. Volo, I wish, vis, you wish, vult, he, she, it, volumus, vultis, and volunt. So you can see there's quite a bit of irregularity going on there. By the way, the perfect stem is formed from another form, volui. We don't see it here, but that's important for you to know because you will see it elsewhere. In this case, though, we're going to be forming the imperfect off of what is the typical present stem. So volebat, he was wishing, from velle or volo, if you want to name verbs by their first principal part, in Judaeam ambulare, quia, because quaerebant eum Judaei interficere, because these Judaei, these Jewish leaders, were intent on, were seeking to, were wishing to. Quaero can mean all of those things in different contexts. And very often, even in the classical period, you find it with an infinitive, as we do here. They were seeking to do what? Wanting to do what? Well, to kill or to put him, that is Christum, to death.